Hi everyone! Creating HDR pictures is really easy with Hydra 4. Let me show you. First, take a look at the document window. There are three main parts: the image preview area, the sidebar on the right, and the toolbar at the top. The image preview area shows the image you are working on. The sidebar lets you see picture information, such as exposure value, aperture, etc., as well as the various options you can apply to create the perfect HDR image. You'll also find image alignment and ghost removal tools in Prepare mode, and tone mapper presets and manual settings in Develop mode. Finally, the toolbar shows Hydra's three main tools: the cropping tool, the comparison tool, and the flashing tool. You'll be able to zoom in and out to check every detail of your image. You can go back to the project list using the left arrow button at the top left of the toolbar, or export the result using the export button at the top right when in Develop mode. Let's start from the beginning and go over the main steps one by one. First, the pictures. Often, a single photo can't represent the entire dynamic range of light in a scene due to the physical limitations of the sensor. The picture is either underexposed, too dark, or overexposed, too bright, or both at the same time. High dynamic range imaging, or HDR, is a technique that can be used to solve that issue. Hydra allows you to overcome this limitation by merging a number of photos with different exposure settings and creating a natural image that is much closer to what your eyes actually see. Hydra also lets you artistically push contrasts to increase drama and emotions in your pictures beyond reality. Here's how it works. You take several shots of the same scene while modifying the exposure value after each shot. The typical example is to take a picture which is correctly exposed, an overexposed picture, and an underexposed picture. There will be interesting details in each picture. The overexposed shot will have more details in the dark areas, whereas the underexposed shot will have more details in the bright areas. You can then import these three shots into Hydra. There are several ways to do it. Locate them with the Finder. Import them from your Photos library. Choose File in the Application menu, then Add Photos, and locate them in the file system. Or simply drag and drop them into the main window that shows the project list. Hydra automatically aligns pictures by detecting and matching similar features across all shots. 4 points, roughly 1 point in each corner, are enough to get pictures correctly aligned. If Hydra didn't manage to detect 4 alignment points, you are able to do this manually. Select the comparison tool you will use, for example, red and blue difference. Select the picture to align, and click at the spot on the picture where you want to create an alignment point. Move the point with the mouse until the red features match the corresponding blue one from the reference picture. They should merge to white at that moment. You can preview the result by clicking Preview Merging. If the result isn't optimal, select the point that doesn't fit, delete it, and start over by adding a new one. Once done, click Develop in the top right corner of the application. Hydra combines the pictures in a single HDR image which is previewed within the application. In the Develop mode, Hydra gives you access to 12 tone mapper presets. Click each miniature to preview it in real time. You now have two options. You are fully satisfied with the image created using the selected preset and you want to finish your HDR image. In this case, you can export the result by clicking on the Export button on the right. Second option. You think the selected preset is a good start for rendering the perfect HDR image, but you want to fine-tune it. Click the Adjustments tab to show advanced settings. The following settings can be adjusted: the exposure, the range compression, darken or lighten shadows and highlights, apply various settings on the whole image or just on particular image areas using the scope. You can also use the vignetting option that allows you to darken the image corners to give the image a retro look. Once you like the result, export it. Choose the file format, the color space, and the quality, and select the export destination. Export it directly as a file and select the specific location where you want to save it on your Mac. Another possibility is to add the resulting image to the Photos app. This will make it available on all your devices if you activated iCloud photo services. Finally, you can share the result through social media, by email, or messages. It's as simple as that. When you are done with your project, it remains in Hydra in your projects list, so that you can work on it at a later time if needed. You have now created your first HDR image. Do you have any other questions about Hydra 4? Don't hesitate to watch our other tips and tricks videos or contact us. We are on Twitter.